as a Neutron would say. I am Ekop from Cloud9, this is Ignite, and I'm joined on the commentator's desk by Vampy, a guy who performed very well in this tournament overall, but just came up short a little bit in the quarterfinals. Tell us what happened there.
Yeah, well, basically it was pretty clear set of series. Like I knew from when I saw the decks, I knew that it would be most likely go to game 5. Like we had like counters to each other, and so we had the game 5. It was Druid versus Druid, and you know what happens when it's Druid versus Druid. I think we both played really good on the last game, but I just came a bit short.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I mean, it was a close and probably pretty good series overall, I would assume, but we just came up short to Number Guy, who will be facing Blackout right now, if I recall correctly. Yes, so the second semifinals, that is not going to be streamed today, but on the other stream, it's going to be Blackout versus Number Guy if you want to check it out. But here, we're going to have a really great matchup. We're going to have, as advertised before, Vortex versus Savjs. And Vortex has just been on a tear with like a 9-1 record on this tournament. And
on the back of Mage, right?
Yeah. I think it was Mage, yeah. We haven't seen it in action yet, but now we might see it, unless Savjs bans it.
It wasn't banned, so we know the bans already. And Savjs banned first the classes, actually. Both players are having the same 4 classes, which are Paladin, Druid, Mage, and Warrior. And this time Savjs opted to ban Druid as he has usually, and Vortex banned Savjs Paladin this time. So,
do we know what they picked first?
Yeah, it seems that game 1 is going to be a Warrior versus Paladin. So Savjs is sporting the Warrior in game 1, and Vortex is going to take the Paladin.
Well, that's definitely going to be an interesting match, and let's take a look if the players are ready to get in the game, because I can't wait any longer, and neither can you, I assume. So let's just see some Hearthstone action. We're going to see the game from Savjs' perspective. So Savjs is going to be on the bottom, and Vortex on top.
And during
oh shit! Did I? Oops! Did I? Oh, wait! I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Sorry about that. My friend is bugged a little bit out there.
Yeah, so did I.
There we go. We don't want to spectate Green Sheep. Okay, here we go. Savjs on the bottom, Vortex on the top. And this is definitely a matchup where I think Paladin should usually be the favorite, because usually, based on hero powers alone, Paladin is able to out-advantage Warrior in the long run. But we see right now that Warrior does have some key cards, like Harrison Jones, which are crucial in this matchup. So it still can go either way. But so far, Vortex with a very solid start. Turn 1 Zombie Chow to turn 2 Knife Juggler, and there's no Fire Warwick's in hand for Savjs to handle those effectively. Which will mean that he might have to coin out Deathbite.
Yeah, for sure. I think he actually was picking up the Taskmaster, and he probably thought, what if I Taskmaster that Zombie Chow? It's going to be challenged, both of them are going to be challenged by my Taskmaster, but at the same time, Muster would just completely destroy that strategy.
Oh man, and the Master for Battle. Now the question is just, does Vortex want to commit even more to this board?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Vortex is now afraid of getting Whirlwinded. Like, I feel that this matchup, as a Warrior, you start off by playing from behind, but if you can get the board cleared like 1 or 2 times, then you usually can take the lead after that. But
it is actually very smart not to Muster, I think. Just hero powering pretty much does the same thing. You get like 2 minions less, but the 2 minions don't really matter early on anyway. And this way you get to save cards in your hand, which is all, like, you cannot really run out of cards against Warrior. That's like a death sentence. You just have to try to make the most use out of your hero power as possible.
Take notice though that he dropped the True Silver Champion on the Warrior's turn 4, so he knows Harrison cannot come down yet. And he chose not to attack with it, so he can get the most value of it. And probably bait, so to say, the Harrison into 1 charge only.
Yeah.
But what if Vortex just doesn't attack with the True Silver at all? What happens then? Oh man.
It's really sketchy. Yeah, I guess he gets the two draws.
Yeah,
And I guess Savjs didn't pop the Armor Smith on purpose so that the Truth Silver doesn't come down. But there's going to be a lot of damage if he doesn't start clearing or something.
Yeah, smart that Vortex just plays around the Harrison right now, dealing 4 damage. And already Savjs at 13 health. That's so much damage coming down on turn 5 already.
And he trades with the Lothal. Wow.
Well, he kind of has to. How else is he gonna clear
Well,
it?
thing is, he knows that the Paladin's not going to pull off 6 damage out of nowhere, since it's not possible.
Avenging
But
Wrath?
sure, okay,
Yeah.
but
It is possible.
conventionally. And he has the Shield Maiden, he has the Belcher, he has the Armor Smith, so he's going to get back into the game.
Yeah, now
hopefully.
that the Deathbite, Death Rattle is gone, Vortex feels confident to just flood the board with 1/1s.
Yeah.
And now Savjs must be really afraid for Quartermaster, because that.
Yeah, that's really scary
Yeah.
right now.
But there's no way for Savjs to actually deal with those 1/1s properly anyway. He needs to clear the Zombie Chow in order to heal up and then just hope that he doesn't have it. And I guess even if he does have it, the Sludge Belcher kind of counters it properly. So I guess the Sludge Belcher into Execute play is pretty decent here. He chooses to go for an Armor Smith though instead. Interesting.
And most likely uses a Cruel Taskmaster to kill one.
Yeah, he's trying to clear as much as possible.
Yeah, I guess it's fine because this way he deals with one more of those 1/1s.
Yeah, and Quartermaster would not be lethal in this case. It would be 7 damage. So, on Vortex's side, he has an Argus, which you could play, but it's not really that good in this situation. You could probably trade with Taskmaster, but there's an Equality Consecrate clear if he wants to go for that. But then again, he's not populating the board anymore. He's going to be stuck with those 2 recruits for now.
Yeah.
Oh, he Argus on top? That's interesting. So he kills the Smith. And yeah. I like this play a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Over the Consecrate.
Oh,
Oh, that
that's-
clutch top deck. It just goes straight up Belcher.
It's pretty decent, but he doesn't really need to play it. Just Belcher and Armor Up is kind of safe too.
Yeah, you can trade with a 2/2, so the Ruse still stays alive.
There's the Quartermaster, a little bit too late, but there's still another Master for Battle in hand.
Yeah.
So, oh man, is he gonna go for it though? There's Brawl waiting.
Would it be premature to do that? Thing is, he has no other drops.
Yeah, I mean, going for something like Alder just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, like
Like he basically has to play hoping that there is no brawl, because with that hand, I don't see any other options to continue this.
Yeah, because if Vortex doesn't go aggressive here and try to close out the game early, he might eventually allow the Warrior to stabilize again.
yeah, he's gonna go Mustard Quartermaster.
Yeah,
And he's
there's
gonna
Shield
pop with
Maiden,
you.
Shield
Oh
Pop.
man, and that's gonna get punished in a big way thanks to Brawl. This is gonna be an insane turn right now.
Ooh, does he pop the Acolyte? No. Okay.
And Vampy and Vortex. He keeps saying Vampy and Vortex. But Vortex can't be happy about that.
Yeah, that's the worst possible outcome, actually. He curved really well for the first 3 turns, but he's run out of fuel right
Yeah.
now. And his minions are too small to keep up with the mana curve. As well as situational. For example, Peacekeepers are
Yeah.
situational.
Basically from here the Warrior has all the options open. Like Vortex cannot know what's in the Warrior's hand, but I think it's safe to assume we haven't seen any shield blocks, any shield maidens, and even Alexstrasza is possible. So
Yeah.
like the Paladin has 1 or 2 turns to try and get a board going.
Yeah. Especially Vortex especially needs to draw those high impact minions like Dr. Boom or Tyrion.
Yeah.
That's what he needs right now.
Wow. He's going all in with this play. He's literally saying, I need to win next turn. But we can see there's a Shield Master, there's a Belcher, there's an Axe, there's a Shield Block. There's
Yeah.
way too many answers.
A lot of damage being able to prevent it. Still feels fairly confident without getting a lot of armor, just hiding behind the Sludge Belcher.
I was about to say that Silence could probably give him lethal, but it's still 2 damage short.
Tyrion, that's what he needed to stay in this game.
Sort of. There's a Sylvanas, however. If he doesn't get to plow through that taunt, he's not really going to be able to kill the warrior next turn.
The Sylvanas isn't really usually that good against Paladin anyway. Most of the time she just steals something like a 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the pressure of having to play around it as well kind of stops the lethal for a while.
And there's the Alexstrasza.
Oh,
That's big.
so much heal with the 2 armor gains and the Alexstrasza now.
Yeah, there's no direct answer, but you obviously can stay alive for a long while.
Yeah, I think Savjs must be feeling really good right now. Like, he has all the tools in his hand, and now he can just play it slow, play it safe, and
And there's plenty of options for Savjs right now. What do you think is the best one?
It's still quite annoying because once you deal with that Tyrion, he probably knows that he's not going to be able to silence it to deal with it, unless he gets runner top deck to deal with it, and unless he steals it with Sylvanas, Ashbringer is going to come off and deal 15 damage.
Yeah, he might just try it to get the Tyrion with the Sylvanas.
Okay.
I think Sylvanas is kind of nice because now the Paladin cannot trade his small minions to the Sludge Belcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean the Sludge Belcher is just gonna die to the Divine
Yeah, he just
Shield
trades with
Yeah.
the Divine Shield, yeah.
Tyrion.
And you can either trade with the Argus or... Yeah, the Argus is best, so
Yeah.
you keep the body.
Basically
Drops
now the Sylvanas forces the Paladin to keep a lot of small minions
Yeah.
alive all the time.
You could also Peacekeeper the Sylvanas. I guess there's an argument for that, and it just keeps on flooding the board.
Yeah.
There's no brawl left. You can Shredder, Hero Power, and Peacekeeper, which he opted to do.
Oh, you can't Peacekeeper your own Tyrion.
Wow. Well, it's actually next level thinking that he thought of that.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good against
Yeah.
Sylvanas, but unfortunately it's not possible.
He's trying again.
No Vortex, you can't break the game. Not today.
Does he not play though? No, he doesn't. Okay. There's no Whirlwind, so it's a long shot to get that Tyrion. But there's an Owl now. Wow. If there was a Whirlwind, there would be so many plays there. But in this case, he wants to prevent the
He can
Ashbringer for sure.
He could try to get it. He can Taskmaster his Acolyte to get the Whirlwind. Is that possible?
He
Yeah, but then he can Shield Maiden, which he
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah.
He could also try to get it with the Sylvanas first. And
If he doesn't, Owl Taskmaster.
yeah,
But then you can Hero Power as well. But
Yeah,
I
that's
guess he
true.
won't in this line of play either because... Oh, he's trading with a Shredder, isn't he? And he might axe a Recruit. So he axes Recruit, Taskmasters the Sylvanas, so it trades into the Shredder. And there's going to be a 2-1, 2-1-1s, and a Tyrion to pick from.
Yeah.
Since the 2-drop only comes after.
Yeah, so there's a 20% chance.
For a non-taunt minion. Because you silenced the... Oh, he trades into Tyrion. Yeah, that's safest. For sure. He gets the 1-1 and... Yeah. It's the most safe play, so... I gotta agree with it. Guess that Peacekeeper's gonna nerf the Shield Maiden.
Yeah. Now that Tyrion got dealt with, Savjs
Are
in
we
a really
gonna-
good spot.
Yeah, are we gonna see Vortex start trading now though? I think he might.
Reporting for duty.
Not many people run Owl in Warrior anymore, and I'm really happy that Savjs does here actually, because it was really important to deny the Ashbringer as
Yeah.
well. The Ashbringer might have eventually done him in.
He's ignoring the minions again. 5 HP on the warrior side. There's a Whirlwind. That's actually helpful, I believe. Yeah, you can clear the Belcher, but the Peacekeeper and the Shredder are going to survive. But he can whirlwind into Alexstrasza, so he's not going to die next turn at all.
Yeah, he's going for it. Whirlwind Alexstrasza. Only 8 damage for the Paladin on the board.
Yeah, he needs another 8.
That's a pretty good draw. I mean, as
Indeed,
good as it gets, I guess.
Due to this, he's able to keep on the pressure and keep on slamming the warrior. He just goes face. Is there lethal potential here?
Well, the slime has to kill the 1/1. The slime the damage is irrelevant.
If there was a second whirlwind, though, it's lethal. But I doubt warriors nowadays are running 2 whirlwinds, especially with Undertaker nerf.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Oh, he's actually going for face.
Savjs has no more heal, so what's he gonna do here?
Does he just have to pray now?
I think he trades the Grom into that. Ooze clears the Peacekeeper and the Recruit now.
Keep the 2 Shredders alive, I guess. He has to do it.
Would you trade the Grom or the Alex? I guess the Alex. Because if Grom goes 10-6, you're fine with the 6 HP. Okay. And Consecration of Lethal as well as Quicksilver.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have it, then...
BGH comes off the top. That's also big.
Oh, that's really good.
That's going to stop Lethal unless he gambles with the Ragnaros, which looks really sketchy.
It's 20% Ragnaros for the win. Do you believe?
I think he might go for it though. There's no other heal, there's no other play.
Execute to get a Doomsayer?
So sketchy. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so rough for Savjs. I'm pretty sure he just has to
Yeah,
YOLO.
he's YOLOing it. Yeah, there you go. Oh god.
Oh boy, here we go, 20%. If he gets this, he's the luckiest player alive.
For 20%, really? Are you making him the luckiest player alive for 20%?
Didn't get it, but is it Doomsayer?
Like
No.
okay. Okay.
And as expected, Paladin, the favorite in this matchup, proves
Was the
why
favorite,
it is.
but at the same time, we were like expecting the Warriors to win at some point.
Yeah, the Warrior was definitely in a very good spot a couple of times, but eventually the value Death Rattle minions just made the difference right there.
Yep.
And yeah, just like that, Savjs loses the first game to Vortex. Vortex still on the tear, and now Savjs has to rely on either his Mage or the Druid. Oh man. We might actually see... I don't actually know. I guess Mage, right? Is Fatigue Mage good against Paladin? What do you guys think?
I do believe so. Like we were arguing before, and of course this isn't the heal it in with 1 or 2 Leonans. But still, if you're able to freeze the minions constantly and just clear their board, which is going to be below 4. If they have a big board, that board is probably going to be vulnerable to Flame Strike. Even if you're Quartermaster, there's going to be 3 threes. So I think the Fatigue Mage has really good options.
Yeah, also the Mage has big taunts.
Yeah, and those huge taunts for the Paladin to get through.
So yeah, we're right in the game again. Too bad sorry that we missed the mulligans, but yeah, Savjs and
yeah, I would say that
Savjs did go for that Fatigue Mage, and now
yeah, I think you can argue that even though we didn't see the mulligan, the Fatigue Mage probably went for a full mulligan because he has such a bad 4-card starter.
Yeah, Flame Strikes usually don't want that early.
Yeah. And even Alexstrasza and that Nova. Nothing to combo with a Nova.
That seems like a really rough start for Savjs, and a really aggressive start for Vortex with a double juggler. And Savjs, no answers whatsoever against them. Usually you want to have like explosive sheep against that, but right now Savjs doesn't have anything. Deathlord would also be pretty good for him. Is Vortex afraid though? Just drop it. Or are we disconnected again? Oh.
Oh, yeah, you disconnect. That's the bug I was getting before.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, that's...
At least we got the perspective on my screen, but it's not being streamed, so... I can say that Vortex dropped the second Juggler in turn 4 and hero powered. And Savjs is just pinging off a recruit. But Savjs has drawn into Doomsayer and Big Game Hunter, so that's going to allow him to be able to clear soon enough. Since there's no silence yet on the Paladin side. So there goes a sort of premature Quartermaster, but just trying to get the damage in as soon as possible before Flame Strike becomes a liability.
Also, all the damage that you can deal while you are not yet frozen is pretty important.
Yeah.
Anytime you face...
So he's forcing a Doomsayer and a Frostnova on a 3-minion board, so...
Now Vortex has the way of dealing with this, but is it actually worth it? He would need to equality and True Sliver.
Yeah, and then his board dies to cover cold,
Yeah,
so you don't really want that.
So I guess he's just sacrificing it?
I think you might True Silver the face. What do you think about that? Just get the damage in as soon as possible. And since you're not playing any minions anyway...
Yeah, I think you have to go with the damage because like Paladin lacks the reach, which most decks have when you like reach the late game and you basically have the Mage on the ropes. You usually most of the classes have some sort of reach, like 3 damage spell, 4 damage spell, but Paladin lacks all that. So they basically have to get the damage in as soon as possible.
There's Hammer of Wrath, but...
yeah, but I don't think that he runs it.
Oh, he's going for it.
Move quickly.
Is he?
Yes, yes.
He's like, he can't ping all 3 at once, right? But then down comes
and this will get punished so hard.
I mean, there was Coin Flame Strike, there was Blizzard.
There
was
goes 4 damage and inequality.
You might argue that the equality is not really necessary, but with Deathlords in the deck,
Sort of
then
is,
then it might be.
And I think that Alex Strauss is going to be big as well. He's probably going to heal the Mage back up later on. Ooh. So he's not going to Cone, he's going to Deathlord this?
Yeah.
Deathlord does die to what's on board, along with the True Silver. But I guess he's just holding on to the freezes for whatever comes off Deathlord and
yeah,
so
he
on.
really wants to keep as many AoE spells as possible in his hand because there is no card draw in the Fatigue Mage, and therefore who knows when the next time it will be where he actually draws into an AoE.
Cone is also a decent answer for an eventual muster for battle. Ooh! Wow!
Oh my god! Imagine that would have been in hand, or
that is
point.
huge.
That would have been a huge difference maker.
Like you cannot steal the ice block anymore. You cannot steal a duplicate. You cannot stop the mage combos anymore. That is just jaw dropping. Didn't even expect Kazan Mystic to be in that deck.
Yeah.
Definitely a very nice call. Expecting a lot of mage decks, not
yeah,
necessarily
exactly.
Hunter
I think
decks,
that's a really good meta call. Considering that Hunter kind of goes out of the loop, Mage can actually become more popular because Hunter was very bad for Mage overall.
And it's actually okay to play it in a deck like Paladin, because Paladin does have a lot of wiggle room with the 1-drops that you can play, with the 1-offs I mean, the 1-offs that you can play. So Kazan Mystic can just be there if he expects a lot of mages, just to counter them.
Down comes the Boom, I suppose, or the Tyrion. Tyrion's more mana efficient, but Boom obviously applies more pressure.
Yeah, he wants to bait a Polymorph with a Boom, but little does he know there's a Big Game Hunter in the hand of...
Do you think he wants to bait a Polymorph with a Boom? I don't think so. Probably just baiting. He's not baiting anything, just playing whatever he has. There's no baiting here. He knows there's a possible freeze, so whatever happens, happens. He can't really do anything about that.
The Boom is good because it's like resistant to Flame Strike. And Savjs is basically telling, with the ping on Sludge Belcher, Savjs is basically telling that he has 1 Flame Strike.
Well, not exactly, because you're always pinging the guys down to 4 and 3 and 2. But sort of telegraphs that.
Yeah.
At the same time, popping Boom as soon as possible kind of increases your chances of not getting countered by a BGH, but which is not the case in this scenario.
And also the Boom bots, if there is a Flame Strike or something like that, the Boom bots still do damage to the face.
Yeah. Which is burned by itself.
But why didn't Savjs play the 0 mana ice block? I don't understand.
What 0 mana ice block?
This one.
That bugged ice block. A Warlock card,
Yeah,
man. That's a new
the
Warlock card.
I think that would be pretty great to handlock or something.
Oh yeah.
Why not? Anyway, you can see that Savjs, like, probably didn't really want to Frost Nova that board, but he's already at 13 HP, and he's just risking a lot.
Yeah.
A true silver that we see is on the Paladin side, along with Consecration, would be lethal, and he'd be popping the ice block if you drop the ice block instead. So. Okay, so polymorphs to play here, but you don't have an AoE freeze. You can trade with a Belcher and Frostbolt to Kazan Mystic, since you top decked it now, but I guess that's
good enough.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
enough. Only leaves the Paladin with 3 damage on the board to actually put up hero power, so unless he wants to go for the ice block.
Now he goes for the hero power. Okay. Takes damage. Another both boom bots hit for 4 in the face. That's huge. That's almost a Pyroblast.
Yeah.
Blizzard, just please nerf these boom bots. It's not even about Dr. Boom, it's just about the boom bots.
Oh, look at this. This is so close to popping the ice block, the Argus plus the True Silver. 1 damage off.
Yeah.
Is he going for it?
It's not a nice block though, so if he had lethal, it would be over right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unduplicate.
But there's no real lethal if you think about it, because Paladin could only reach for 6 more from his ends. So it'd always be 1 short. He doesn't even go for the Argus, so... Okay, he heals himself.
Could just point out the hero power here. Decides to not do it.
He still does an ice block, so... Yeah, that Alexstrasza is going to be duplicated as well.
I've got the beast in my
Do you really want that, or...?
Yeah, duplicated Alexstrasza doesn't really do much, I think.
It might, actually. Since he just healed up because he needed to in a really weird scenario, but now he can Flame Strike, and the damage that he's taking over the next 2 turns, he's going to be able to heal it back up again and stabilize with Sludge Belcher and Ice Block.
Yeah, I guess often enough, duplicating Alexstrasza doesn't do much because you don't have time to play.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just way too clunky.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks to double Flame Strike, this might go on for a while.
In this case, he might heal himself twice with 2 Alexstrasas and deal 15 damage to the Paladin.
Yeah, I mean, Vortex does have a solution with the Elder Peacekeeper against the second Alexstrasza, but not against the third one.
Yeah.
The third one is going to go like, oh man, I have nothing against that.
Eventually a second equality if he runs it, which we're not sure about. But Savjs probably values the Blizzard more since it's a freeze. But at the same time, Blizzard takes care of that entire board. And yeah, he goes for the Flame Strike. It's more clunky, costs 7. Blizzard allows for more plays, for more wiggle room. Like, he knows now he can Blizzard coin Sludge Belcher. He still has the coin. So that's a better curve option. So you're going to see a Vanilla Harrison come down. Why not Sylvanas, though? Just make more use of that mana.
Oh, my game froze again. Great.
So annoying. Anyway, you see that Harrison came down and hero power as well. And now it's Savjs' turn. So we'll get that back to you pretty quick. Yeah, Savjs just dropped the Belcher and pinged the Recruit. So that Harrison is going to challenge the Belcher. You can also consecrate the elite, but does he want to? Or you can ignore it and taunts up some stuff.
It's going to be a very uphill battle for Vortex. It's going to be such an uphill battle to just deal with all the heal that
Yeah, and
Savjs
honestly,
still has.
Savjs has Stabilize. right
Yeah.
now.
Not only the two Alexstraszas, also the anti-Killbot there are still in the deck.
Yep. Now it's kind of forcing that Blizzard. Or the second Flame Strike even. See what he does. Yeah, I think Blizzard might be coming down here.
Do you think? What do you think about hero powering the Harrison and then coining out Alexstrasza for face?
For the opponent's face,
Oh, he's going for it!
he healed himself again. to
Is he
5.
healing?
Yeah, I think so.
I was hoping for a more aggressive play.
Yeah, there's only one Consecrate left, so there would be no lethal. Unless Consecrate and Argus. 3-7, yeah.
Now there's Lay on Hands for Vortex. So
Doesn't really wanna
the
use it,
next
though.
Alexstrasza can be dealt with. At least the damage can be dealt with.
Yeah, it can be suppressed, sort of. And it can just taunt and ignore the Alexstrasza as well.
Yeah.
Or he just ignores this
I
one
have no
by
time for games.
taunting up the Sylvanas.
My shield
Yeah, that's
for
interesting.
Argus.
Yeah, it is really annoying for Savjs to deal with a 6/6 Sylvanas. Although I guess it doesn't really matter, you can just kill off the Alexstrasza that has been stolen.
I must move quickly.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, well, I guess he wants to keep the Sylvanas alive, actually, to have a big threat on the board that can punch through some damage.
Yeah, and he also knows there's still one Alexstrasza left. So
Both players have 12 cards in deck right now, which is curious. So nobody's ahead on cards.
yeah.
But eventually Vortex will. He needs to play Leon Hands at some point. Or else
Does
just-
he?
Well, he will just be in top deck mode, and I think Savjs' top decks overall will be
Yeah,
better than Vortex top decks.
I understand that you're going to run out of resources, but for example, right now Blizzard cannot be played,
Reporting for
and there's going to
duty.
be a lethal on board next turn.
But keep in mind, there's still Ice Block.
Yeah, that's 14 damage on board. I need Drew Belcher to save him from that. The Paladin would need a top deck of 1 damage, which he would have gotten,
Yeah.
but the Belcher top deck kind of stopped that. So Ice Block's not going to be popped yet.
Lay on Hands on the Sylvanas.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, just to keep it out of range of the Flame Strike once again.
Yeah.
I think he's just ignoring the Fatigue War altogether and assuming he's going to win by pressuring down the Fatigue Mage.
That's right. That's pretty much his only way of winning.
Yeah. So he gets to deal 6 damage, so that's a big swing as well.
The Goldblight Oracles are also pretty bad because they give the Paladin more answers.
Yeah. You see the another Blizzard come down.
Now
It's the
there's-
double pilot the Treader, which is
Yeah.
insanely good against the board clear. Savjs will try to attempt next turn with Flame Strike. Let's see if he goes for both Shredders though.
Let me think.
He's thinking about Master, Quartermaster hero power.
Looks like it. Draw, is he? Alright, he sets up a board for the potential Quartermaster. But now Savjs seems to have a really good turn to clear the board.
Oh, that's cheap.
He doesn't even need to use Flame Strike, he can just go for Explosive Sheep. This way he can also heal himself back up with Anti-Killbot.
Yeah, you can cheap and get the Death Orb back up. So the Ice Block's not going to be popped next turn still. You can also heal, yeah.
Yeah, the heal pretty much fulfills the same role as the taunt. It's 8 heal, but he chooses to go for the more expensive one first to be more mana efficient.
Yeah. You can see that the Paladin is short in cards now. He has 3 cards left. If Savjs manages to deal with all of his mid-range and bigger creatures, then the Mage has a big chance of winning here. The Coghammer's a good drop, so that Treasure's even more annoying. And down comes the second one.
Or you just use Coghammer here, maybe? I
That
mean,
patient
I
assassin.
think you're gonna get better use out of the Coghammer than that right now.
Your
Yeah,
game bugged
yeah.
again.
What?
Your game bugged again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, meanwhile, he did play the Coghammer. He went for face with it. He killed the heal bot.
What is going on today? Why is your spectator client working and mine
It
isn't?
wasn't before. It kept bugging like yours is right now.
Oh well. Sorry about that, boys.
Anyway, we're back in. We see a patient assassin. We see a sheep. That sheep used to be the second shredder. No longer is, as we can see. And that patient assassin is actually quite annoying because I think Savjs wanted to play the Death Lord last turn, and he didn't due to that. Oh, that's a huge top deck actually. Allows him to keep his second Flame Strike and nah, but
Just
he
go for the Flame Strike,
just
though.
goes for the Flame Strike. Okay, that's curious.
Yeah, he just wants all the minions gone. Otherwise, he wouldn't been able to clear
The mini bot,
the mini
but
bot.
there would be no lethal still. There's no true silvers left. There'd be 4 damage on board. There'd be no lethal, so.
Yeah. Now Savjs is running out of clears. He still has the sheep, but it only does 2 damage.
I think he still has at least 1 Frost Nova left, doesn't he? I'd say so.
Yeah.
And maybe a second cone if he plays it. So 5-1 cards right now, 4-1 on Savjs' turn. There's no Flame Strike to deal with this, and wow.
Echo of Medivh. Doesn't. Actually, well, it can clear the board.
Does he Oracle into a Nova?
He needs the sheep and echo the sheep, basically.
Oh, right. Echo and ping it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Then he's 3 damage short, and 1 damage short with Consecration. So Ice Block still doesn't get popped, so. Yeah, but I think the most, for example, if you went for sheep, echo, second sheep, you probably would lose in the long run anyway. Whereas with this player gambling to get another freeze, then he didn't get it though.
And Vortex in fatigue mode already. The last thing the only thing he can do right now is win with the threats that he has in his hand, and doesn't look that great.
Okay. So that S block is getting popped.
There is no second ice block for Savjs, so there's basically this turn.
Not again. Ah. I hope this doesn't keep happening more.
Reporting for duty.
Heal and taunt, but how does that help him? Should have 8 plus 8. So basically, imagine he heals for 16. He'd be at 17 health. 17 health. You could be able to ping the Iron Beak Owl. 12, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, the Paladin would be 1 damage short. I think Savjs can win here.
Maybe.
Because that extra draw makes the Paladin lose the game. Like that 19 HP. Wow, wow. Seriously.
Keep in mind that Savjs has only one card in his deck left.
Oh yeah, he would kill himself as well. Could he not draw maybe? What about a draw here, guys? That'd be sick. Does he realize that probably the only way to not lose the game is to tie it right now?
Yeah.
Might be.
Okay, so he's skill botting. Oh. Really?
Wait, how much damage is this?
Is that, no, that's not lethal.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh man. I would have wanted to see that scenario where he could draw the game.
By the way, Ignite, I can no longer hear you from this.
You can't?
I can.
I can.
I've never heard the middle person on my headset either. But can you hear me like if you make an effort or you
What?
can't hear me? Yeah, you're having trouble with that.
I can hear you, but it's getting harder because the Counter-Strike players are making quite a fast.
Yeah. There's a big stage up there.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the players are jumping right into game number 3. It's gonna be Paladin versus Druid, and Savjs down to his last life, as you can see. He came really close to beating this Paladin with a Fatigue Mage, but in the end, the horrible opening hand that Savjs had in that last game ended up being his downfall in the long run. So, yeah, Paladin was just able to deal too much damage early on. Even 3 Alexstrasers couldn't save him.
Now, Savjs has a really tough road ahead of him because Vortex still has both Mage and Warrior, which both can do pretty great against Druid. Especially the Mage can be really annoying to deal with if you don't get an early start as Druid.
Yeah, in theory, Druid can beat pretty much every class, but sometimes it just dies to its own bad draw.
Yeah.
If you don't get the proper curve, or just get the combo pieces too early and just fill up your hand with dead cards, then yeah, the Druid can definitely lose to himself.
I feel even in this matchup, the Druid has some problems because if the opponent, no matter what class it is, gets a board going, it's really hard to come back as a Druid because you don't have like reliable board clears. Swipe does something, but it's usually not enough when all the minions have 3 or 4 health.
Yeah, usually what the Druid wants to do is just have the better minions on the board and being able to push for damage earlier, like going for phase, so you can eventually close out the combo. But that allows the Paladin to just trade the minions of the Druid, and this is where Hawkhammer actually comes to play in a big way as well. This is also a really a very good card in this matchup for the Paladin, because you can kill a minion off, get a taunt up, and not lose your own minion.
Yeah.
People are cheering so hard. I think you probably hear this from microphones as well.
I guess it's 3D Max, the Finnish team, playing right now.
What team?
3D Max.
3D Max, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, best of luck to them.
Right, they should really try to start cheering for Savjs. He's gonna need it right now.
Yeah.
Savjs
Yeah,
0-2
can he make
behind.
the reverse sweep with Druid? Honestly, it's possible. One class that can do it is Druid for sure.
Yeah, Druid definitely has the means to do so. It can beat everything. But it can also lose to everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, this Druid would have to deal with Warrior, which is very possible. With this Paladin, which is also very possible. And with Mech Mage, which is probably going to be the toughest opponent in this Druid. So there's 2 possible matchups. 2 possible good matchups, I mean, in a very tough one for Savjs to win.
Vortex did really great with his Mech Mage. He went 6-0 in the group
Off
stage.
stream, though, I want to see it on stream. I want to cast that Mech Mage.
So
He's not showing it to us. He's being mean.
So you're saying that Savjs should just, yeah, Vortex should just concede this game?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Out of love for our fan base.
Well, if Vortex wins, we might see the Mech Mage in the finals. Who knows? By the way, is there any update as to the Blackout versus Number Guy match?
Let me check. Yeah, okay, so we have a finals already. It seems that came down to a 5-game series, and Number Guy did prevail over Blackout. So Number Guy's in finals, and Blackout will be playing the 3rd place match versus Vortex or Savjs. Looking like Savjs right now, but I don't want to make that call yet.
Yeah, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Druid definitely has the means of coming back.
Wow, that Peacekeeper on Keeper.
Ancient of Lore, definitely a card that Savjs needed right now. Get some important pieces.
He made himself vulnerable to swipe here, though. So he might innervate into... Yeah, gonna kill his Kamambi later. And there's no True Silver on the Paladin side, at least, to deal effectively with that lore.
Yeah, but the other Peacekeeper at least is able to disable that Ancient of Lore a little bit.
Yeah, I guess if he wants to. It's a second Peacekeeper as well, so kind of leaves him out of future options for other big minions. You can also Juggler and Lotheb, and if he pings the lore, you can trade, or Juggler and Quartermaster, or just Quartermaster straight up. Yeah, Hero Power Quartermaster, that's much better. But I think he went for face. It's a 29 HP anyway, so he's trying to pressure down the Druid. Because how can Druid actually deal with this board?
Yeah,
there was no swipe last turn, which would have come down if he had it.
And even if he had the swipe, right now
yeah,
it wouldn't
right
do
now
anything.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So there is a force of nature, but that only deals with one guy, pretty much. Yeah, 2 guys with hero power, so you can kill 2 3/3s with your force of nature hero power and the other one with your lore. You'd be down to 12, and there's a Quartermaster on board. But how do you get lethal? Also, combo Druids nowadays are running, like, from what I've seen, they're running 1 Force of Nature, 2 Savage Wars. So if Savjs is running only 1 Force of Nature and goes for that Force of Nature right now, he probably doesn't have a win condition left. So how can he win the game from this point on?
This is the exact situation what you hate as a Druid player, when you have like 3 or 4 minions with more than 2 HP on the board. It's really hard to come back.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you can try taunting up, but then if they have Black Knight or something, you.
Well, if you're running Ram, you might be able to outvalue them with Ancients of War if there's no Black Knight, but otherwise you're in a really bad spot.
I don't even think that Savjs is running Ancients of War in this deck.
Yeah, I don't believe so as well. So I guess we're going to see Lotheb keep the tempo up. He was pondering that Peacekeeper, but he goes for the Juggler. No Lotheb at all. Wow.
The Lotheb would have prevented the combo, but I guess
and combo
Vortex
helps
is not
clear.
afraid of dying right now.
Is he not? If he doesn't trade, it's probably lethal. Nah, he's trading for sure. 23 damage with combo right now. What if, no. If he had 10 mana, I would say, what about Innervate top deck? That would be lethal, but he's not in the position for that top deck yet. And he probably has to go for combo just to stay alive.
Yeah, the combo can clear the board pretty effectively here. But at the same time, Druid will lose all of his minions, except for the Lotheb. Oh man, this is really rough for Savjs. Because using your win condition to just board clear and not even really putting a great board on, not really putting a great board down, that's got to be so rough. It's pretty much just a losing mentality.
Let's see what he opts to do though.
There might be other options, but I don't really see any.
What about Druid and Keeper? I don't think so. Yeah, he's going for combo. There's no other worry.
So the friends dealing with the 3/3s.
Time waits for no one.
The Lotheb will run into the 2/2.
So he's down to 5 health. He would lose to a possible True Silver Consecration, but we know the Paladin doesn't have that right now.
I guess just play Sylvanas. Yeah.
If the Paladin had played the Lothar last turn, he probably would be winning this
Yeah.
turn.
I think so
Most
too.
likely. Because there's no real way for the Druid to have come back from that.
Reporting for duty.
We're gonna see it sounds here. I suppose so. Just gonna keep him alive for a little while longer.
Where shall I strike?
Interesting choice to play the Creeper, just in general. Like, I'm surprised to see that card in the deck.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, just noticed that that card's not supposed to be there usually. So, what's his actual reasons behind it?
I don't know.
I wonder. Does he run Druid of the Fang?
To make no, probably to make Savjs
Not in the
better.
big game hunter
Yeah.
meta.
Seeing the keeper makes me feel that Savjs might actually run 2 Force of Natures too and play more combo heavy.
Oh man, there's so much beef on the board for Vortex. How is Savjs ever going to do with this? Swipe, does it help?
Nope, not enough. Well, you got Savage Roar actually. Would that help? Swipe
Kind of helps.
the Sylvanas, Roar,
Yeah, you can clear board.
trade both into Lothar. I think you still lose. Because you're forced to face tank to get the second 5/5 out of the way. Or not. Yeah, you are. If you swipe one of the 5/5s, you have to Savage Roar, trade both minions into the other 5/4, and face tank into the 5/5, in which case you lose the game. So what other option does he have? If he swipes the Sylvanas, if he keepers the Lothar, trades both into Lothar, Sylvanas still survives, so it's still a liability. Yeah, he just silences Sylvanas. Oh! He silenced the Lothar so they could...
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I thought he was about to silence the Sylvanas and Hero Power, and the Paladin would be 1 damage short, but this is
Oh.
obviously better.
It actually would have been lethal because of Cockhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Paladin on the verge of actually eliminating Savjs. Vortex, strong performance overall, but Savjs still hanging on by a thread. But hanging on doesn't win Druid the game. What can Savjs do to actually turn this around?
Even if he heals up with a lore, he just runs out of fuel. And we see that Paladin still has a Leon answer.
Reporting for duty.
Dr. Boom's not enough.
Yeah, but the Savage Roar will allow
Yeah,
Savjs to
yeah,
clear
that's
the
true.
Harrison.
That's so much though, like Roar and Keeper, that's 2 for 1. Guess he has to do it.
Yeah, it's the only way to stay in this game.
And he still is in the game, to be honest. But thing is, I think he wants to draw with the Lord because he's just running out of fuel. Oh, that Belcher, man. What a clutch top deck. But he might just heal to get himself up on cards. He heals back up to full. And there's no Roar left, so there's no combo.
Well, there's True Silver. So all that Vortex has to do is attack phase, and then
Yeah.
Savjs will be forced to heal up if he predicts the True Silver. And judging from this attack, this pretty much signals clearly true silver.
Yep. Does he wrath that? I don't think so. I think you want to keep your removal. You got to heal for sure, but then you got your hero power, which you can kill the recruit with, or you can force the boom bot. But I think you want to keep the boom bot, unless you expect mind control tech. But we haven't seen any mind control tech from the Vortex's Paladin at all.
I guess he's going to draw first.
There is a chance he draws a taunt.
Nope. Most useless card in the deck. What? There you go. Most useless card in the deck. Innervate.
Hey, Innervate can hero power. One more health.
Did he do it? No,
Why didn't he do it? I guess
Why
he
not?
didn't want to reveal the card, maybe. But there was no point to not do it, I think.
He's bluffing.
Yeah, there is
with
like
that Innervate.
nothing he can draw that would require him to use Innervate next turn.
Unless second... Wait, he played both Ancients
Yeah.
already.
There's no
Yeah.
possible bluff either by keeping that card. So
Yeah.
what card would hurt the Paladin in this scenario? Like literally nothing.
Unless there were something like... Oh, sorry. Unless there were something like Katkesan Auctioneer, but like... That seems really unlikely.
Off comes the second Dr. Boom on the other side, and a hero power.
Reporting for duty.
And we have pretty similar boards. There was a roar left that would have been lethal,
Yeah.
for example, but no such thing right now. This is so risky. If those two boombots hit face for 5 damage, that's true silver lethal. It also looks very unlikely, of course. Not sure about pinging that recruit first, since you don't want to hit the Dr. Boom. What? So many shots, man. They all blocked off each other. You can see that Paladin is down to 15 HP, sure, but Druid only has 8 plus hero power.
Yeah.
There's an equality, there's a juggler. Guess getting for juggler, hero power, Argus, and try to juggle those 2 minions.
Reporting for duty.
Nope. One goes face, and the other goes... Where exactly? Now he's pondering just dropping the true silver. That's such a huge gamble, though, if you just drop the play you were going to go for originally.
For Argus.
Wow, he missed 2 66% in a row. That's pretty rough. And the Druid's still not dead by 1 damage.
But the Druid is like hanging on the threads here.
Yeah, every
Like,
single thread there is.
without the Argus, something like Ragnaros would
I
have
mean-
been...
Yeah,
Savjs has been hanging on for by a thread for 10 turns now.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
It's amazing how he still managed to survive. Oh man, and there it is.
And there you go.
There's the lethal.
Oh, poor Savjs, just getting in the way of the steamroll that is Vortex. Vortex just going 12-1 in this tournament. 12-1, it's a pretty good arena run, right?
Yep. I guess he's gonna get some packs and some gold and gonna go home.
Yeah,
Right?
Savjs had a pretty good performance in this tournament. Almost came close to actually be a 2-time assembly winner, but unfortunately his journey to the victory road ends here.
Vortex so
Savjs.
happy,
He
as
still
you can see.
Savjs
Feels like, yeah.
Savjs obviously still has the chance for 3rd place and get some prize money
Yeah.
against Blackout. But yeah, right now the finals are pretty much set. We're gonna see Vortex versus Number Guy, and I'm pretty sure you guys want to see at least some of Savjs here at the casting table. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have Savjs for an interview once he arrives.
Also, just to mention the prize pool distribution, it's a 3.5k prize pool, which is going to be distributed amongst the top 3 players. 2,000 for the first one, 1,000 for the second one, and 500 euros for the third one. So Blackout and Savjs are going to be played for 500 euro, whereas Vortex and Number Guy are going to be played for an extra 1,000 euros.
That's right. Really a lot on the line for both those players, especially because, well, actually for Vortex. Number Guy had some success already, especially
but no
because he
victories,
played
though.
at BlizzCon.
So this would be his first victory as well, in case he wins.
Yeah, you're right. Number Guy didn't win a tournament yet. And Vortex also had some good performances in tournaments. He placed top 8 in DreamHack Valencia. He placed third place at the Take TV Invitational that I won. So yeah, Vortex had some good performances in the few tournaments he played, but overall he just still has to prove himself just by playing more tournaments, basically.
He's proving himself right now, 12 and 1.
He's
what
doing
the hell?
it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has done 12 and 1 in a tournament
Yeah,
before.
this is his breakout performance, I would say.
Yeah, now it's a best of 7. Could he make it like a 16-1 or 16-2 maybe? That'd just be huge.
And with it being best of 7, we can finally see the Mage deck on stream.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I
hope
really
so.
hope so.
So how does it work? Is it going to be bans or is it going to
No.
be like a revive?
I think it's just best of 7 with the 4 decks.
Oh, so no bans.
No,
Yeah.
no, there is a ban and you can revive one deck.
Oh,
It's
okay,
on the
okay, okay.
rules.
All right, good to know. So that's how it's going to work in the finals. There's going to be an epic best of 7. You guys should definitely check it out. And we are here with Savjs. He's coming to us right now. So Wampy,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us at the casting
Yeah,
table. It
thank
was
you.
a pleasure having you.
Thanks for coming.
And right now, there you have it. Savjs, really heartbreaking loss. Just getting crushed like that by Paladin. But regardless, congratulations on at least 4th place. You still have a chance of getting
Thank you.
number 3 against Blackout. So tell us a little bit about your journey to this spot right now.
It's been fun.
It's been fun.
I don't know what to say. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. At least you had fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this last Fatigue game was really interesting when you played Fatigue versus Paladin. And by the end, it actually looked, probably a lapse of judgment of mine, but it looked like you could tie the game, but you probably fatigue yourself before you fatigued them. Where you went for the heal bot and Death Lord, you basically heal for 16, and then just try to Oracle, I don't know, but you probably fatigue yourself first. Yeah, it was really an interesting game, and it's really interesting to see you play Fatigue Mage, to be honest, and I've learned a lot from
I
that.
think I messed up a little bit there though, because I thought I still have one more freeze, some kind of freeze left, and
I think you had a second
I had a
Nova
board
left.
clear with playing the explosive ship Echo.
Yeah, I
second
know,
ship
we
being-
noticed that.
I was thinking about it for a long time, but I thought that I still have a freeze left, and nope,
Did you not?
it was not there. There was no freeze left.
I thought there was a Nova left as well, and
So
in terms of gambling, it would probably be
yeah.
more rewarding to get the freeze.
yeah, so I don't know if it would have won me the game. I'm not sure what he was holding. If his hand was like really bad, then maybe, but who knows? In the the other games, I don't really know if I messed up or anything. Like in the first game, I had like a good setup, but he got a big game hunter. Yeah, sure, there was some cards that he could have just straight up won with, but still, like, I think there were more draws that I win than those for him to win.
That first game, we saw that a Paladin got really a lot of pressure in and a lot of tempo, and eventually you could cope with that. You had so much armor, you could heal up for 10, 15, you had Alex Straza, and you were stabilizing, but those shredders just kept on coming, and they're way too sticky for you to deal with.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with the shredders. The problem was that in mid-game I didn't find a whirlwind or any kind of whirlwind effect, so I couldn't clear the board very well. And like if I managed to do that, I think I would have been in better shape. When I finally got the whirlwind, it was too late.
Yeah, there was a really squishy board for that whirlwind, but you just didn't get inside.
No. I only play one, so my own fault. I should play two.
How can you argue that? Like, considering that aggro, in theory, just got nerfed because of Undertaker, and it's probably underrepresented. You don't really want to run the second whirlwinds because it's only really useful for the Paladin matchup, etc. It's a medical, and just didn't go your way.
No, it's fine. I mean, I think I should almost never lose with the Fatigue Mage to a Paladin. He did have a guess on, but it came out
I
of
think
the...
Fatigue
so
is
I
like
got really
90%
lucky
of
there. But yeah, I think if I played that one better, I should have... Like it would have been a different game. But I just it kind of in that particular game, I should not lose with the Fatigue Mage to the Paladin.
Yeah,
so I think
I
that was
agree.
like the defining game of the series. And I don't know, like no regrets really still.
No regrets.
You
No.
also you
Well-
also had some pretty epic games with Gara, as we've seen on stream. So, for example, the the fatigue mage versus the warrior, right?
Yeah.
And those were some pretty insane plays right there with the Kel'Thuzad and the. What did you? We are actually asking ourselves, did you forget about the dream card, or did you know that he still had
No,
it?
I knew that it's still in there. I was hoping it's some kind of crappy minion that he doesn't want to play into the
Ah,
AoE.
okay.
Yeah, I guess.
But
That's feasible.
yeah, I wasn't really thinking about Dream. Like I thought that if it's that it's not probably Awakens. I don't remember my reasoning, but I was thinking that it's not that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I played that one okay. It's just boo-hoo.
Yeah, and it was also really fun to see that warrior mirror matchup where we actually thought that Gara would win because he plays the greedier warrior, but he went for a really aggressive line of play with your threats. It was really weird to see because you didn't get any real value out of Grommash and of Ragnaros. I mean, sure, Ragnaros killed the minion or something, but Grommash didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So we were really curious as to why you chose to play like that, but it obviously was to put a lot of pressure on your opponent, or was there any other reasoning?
Oh yeah, there was because I figured that he was at like 20 armor or something. He got really high armor very early, so I figured that I'm not gonna burst him down. I need to like get minions on the board and deal the damage with the board, and with my hand I had so many like big threats, and I built up a card advantage early on. Like he played Death Spite, went face with it, and then with the second charge he killed my Acolyte, so it was like almost like a wasted card. Yes, it gave him the armor advantage, but I got like 2 or 3 card lead early on, and then I was like, with all the threats in my hand, I figured that yes, he's gonna execute this one, but then there's gonna be another one, and I thought that I'm gonna exhaust his removal with the he will run out, and eventually one of the big cards is gonna stick. So that was like I just threw the Grom in there, kill that one, and also that turn my other options were kind of awkward if I remember it right. So
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
happy with the line of play.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely very impressed by the way you performed here. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stop the unstoppable Vortex, the seemingly unstoppable. I mean, 12-1, that's a pretty sick performance, right? Yeah. So you cannot, I guess you cannot be really too unhappy to lose to a guy on a roll like this.
I think he played well, so I'm not too sad.
Yeah, I mean, you had some insane performances the past couple of weeks, right? A lot of good tournament results. You also almost qualified for the EU versus China tournament.
Yeah, I've been doing all right.
Yeah.
Just all right.
But I think top 4 is still not bad, and this is nothing to be ashamed of. So.
And you're still going to play for €500.
Yeah.
Savjs is not in for the money.
I'm not
That
a huge fan of
face.
3rd place matches, but okay.
I think
There's still
Savjs
money
is,
on the line?
I think Savjs is more for the like tournament victory, right?
Well, isn't everybody?
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
still
3rd
money.
place match is not that motivating, I think.
I guess. But it's still at least something. Consolation prize.
It's something.
Well, yeah, anyway, thank you very much for joining us, Savjs. Really appreciate it. And surely all the viewers in Twitch chat appreciate it too. Do you have anything to say to the viewers at home and to all your Finnish fans here?
Tori peruttu, ei tullut nyt voittoa.
okay, now you translate that for us.
No, sorry, I can't translate it.
Oh.
The party is cancelled, basically. Yeah. The party is
What
cancelled because I
party?
didn't win. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
you
like,
mean-
it's like
okay,
a Finnish
your
thing, like when
party,
a Finnish
okay, I
person
got
wins
it.
something
Wait,
big.
does
That's
that mean
sad,
you're not
man.
going to attend the players' party tomorrow?
You know, like Torilla tavataan. It's like what I said was like the Tori is cancelled now. So
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
sad
It's an
boys.
expression.
Oh well. Anyway, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Savjs,
Thanks for
and
joining us.
good luck in your 3rd place match. So there you have it, Savjs, everyone. Kind of sad because he lost, but obviously can't be too unhappy about his overall performance in this tournament. It was a very good run for him. Unfortunately, fell to the Vortex, like
the Vortex.
to the Vortex, like many other people have before him. So yeah, I'm really looking forward for its finals, man. It's going to be Number Guy, who has been performing also very well in this tournament. Obviously, because he's in finals, right?
Yeah, obviously.
But
Versus the Vortex.
versus the Vortex. That's going to be the finals of Assembly 2015 Winter Edition.
Yep.
And we're going to have a short break right now. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get the finals ready as soon as
Don't be
possible.
so strict. People can go somewhere. They can go to the bathroom perhaps if they need to. So
But if you're true hardcore fans, you just pee in a bottle or whatever and
yeah,
just
you
stick
gotta have your
around.
raid bucket like we had in WoW. But anyway, we're going to be back in about 10 to 15 minutes, so stay tuned, and it's going to be an exciting match.